Kiss 105.3 and 1340, where hip hop and R&B lives. This is DJDSewell, the Wolf of Dixon, and you're tuned into the night show. It's time for a word with the Wolf, and I got a special interview for you tonight. I got my man Einer Bankz. What's good, Einer?
What's going on, brother?
Einer, you are doing something super special that I know is totally unique and nobody else is doing. Can you give people a brief description of what you got going on, Einer?
Man, so you might see me on Instagram. I play the ukulele, and I play basically with any hip-hop artist, rap artist who's up and coming and or, already made it. But I'll play the background while they'll rap or while they'll sing. And I started out in California in the Bay Area, actually, and I've been traveling with it, going all over the place, just having a ball. So,
man,
pushing that next level.
It is exploding, Einer. Let's go ahead and get into the interview. Einer, like what I like to do, we're going to start from the beginning. So where are you from, and how did you first get into music?
I'm from San Francisco, and actually I first got into music, I want to say early on. My parents threw a violin in my hands before I even knew what to do, and picked it up. And basically, they had me learn in a method called the Suzuki method, which is basically you hear everything and you're able to play it. So I learned to hear out notes. I learned to identify the different keys that you'd be in or that a song would be in. And it was a blessing because it really just trained my ear to be able to start hearing out different things, which kind of carried on, which is why, if you play me a song, I'm able to pick up the ukulele and I'm able to play that song. I'm able to hear it out. So I started out early on doing that, playing violin, and then that carried on to guitar. And I play guitar. The violin teacher moved away to Australia, so I had to pick up a guitar because I didn't want to play a violin anymore. That was a girl's instrument when I was young.
Yeah.
I said, it's an electric guitar. Give me that. So I picked that up. I was playing that, and then, I got into playing heavy metal, and I got into, we had a couple bands in high school, and we would sell out the local rec center every Friday, pretty much, 200, 300, 400 kids would come out, and we just go crazy in there. And, that's where it really all started. The foundation was nothing to do with hip-hop at all or rap.
Man, that is so unique. And Einer, so you learned how to basically just play anything that you heard without even reading music.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. My ear was trained to, identify different notes, and so I figured it out by ear.
Man, I never knew how that would come back around right now.
Crazy, yeah. And it's funny because I kind of shelved it. Like there was a while I went to college and did all that. So there was a while where I just wasn't doing music. I was in school, I was doing what I was doing, and all of a sudden it just popped back up. So
man. So Einer, what's some of your influences growing up, just musically, even not just in hip hop?
Man, Jimi Hendrix was probably number one. Red Hot Chili Peppers, as far as early roots. Mm-hmm. Then let's see, rap music. Rap music. It really started off. I had a friend I would be playing Chili Peppers, Hendrix. I'd be rock and roll shit.
You good?
I don't know if I can swear.
I edit it out.
Okay. So I would be doing that, and I have my friend would be like, nah, turn that off, turn this on. He'd throw on some rap music, and at the time it was Livewire was like the Bay Area rap group. Jay Stalin, Lil Blood, Shady Nate, Lil Rue, a big group of artists in the Bay. I don't know if they reached Arkansas.
No, this is my first time hearing of them. First time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically he started playing them, and that was like pretty much the heart and soul of the Bay Area rap scene. And I was listening to him. I wasn't really too into him at first. And then he kept playing them for sooner or later. It just got stuck in my head. I'm like, all right, let's turn this one on. So I started listening to rap music really like later on. And, I would say the earliest influences rap music-wise were probably Livewire.
Okay.
Check them out.
That's dope. That's dope. So who do you listen to now? Like, who do you enjoy listening to today?
You know what's crazy is, like, I really only listen to rap music today. And I only really listen to artists that I've either worked with or really want to work with. But recently I just worked with an artist from Atlanta named Ralo. I've listened to a lot of Ralo lately. He took us on the road. I was just out in Atlanta this past weekend. If you go check out his Instagram, you can see me up there. Ralo Famgoon is his Instagram. But it was crazy because I got to Atlanta, and I was planning on maybe doing a video with him, but I didn't really have the line on him. My buddy kind of linked that one up, and I got a hold of him. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing today?" I was like, "Man, I'm going to go link with a bunch of artists." Now, at this point, Ralo's a pretty big artist to link with.
Yes.
So he hit me like, "Hey, man, why don't you just come to my daughter's birthday?" I was like, what? I mean, he said, "Come on, bro." All right. So I pull up. I'm the only white cat in the whole group. He introduced me to this fat-ass auditorium full of people. This Einer Bankz, so you can get your picture on with him. Half the room's like, what is going on? He clearly had no idea really what the deal was. And then people started recognizing it because I brought out the ukulele. People started getting flicks. It was cool. And then he goes, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, I was going to go get some sessions in, actually, to be honest. Man, come to South Carolina with me. I was like, bro, what?
No way.
We're in Atlanta right now. Why am I going to go to South Carolina? Come on, bro. Come on the road. We're going to get a crazy video. I'm going to post it on my Instagram, too. Come on. I'm like, what else were you going to do? I'm like, link with like 5 artists. Come on, bro. They ain't going to get you that. I was like, all right, let's go. So we jumped on the road. And, man, it's like when I will be in an area surrounded by the culture, surrounded by the artists, I didn't really listen to Ralo then. This is just an example for somebody who I've been listening to like this past week. Yeah. But after I link with the artists, after I spend time with everybody they got around them, for example, Ralo has his whole compound in Atlanta. And I didn't know about this before I came, but it's basically an entire apartment complex. And he's Muslim, so he's filled it with basically all of his good friends and family, you know, close blood relative, and they've been making money together. He calls it Lil Pakistan.
Okay.
It's a complex out there. So I went over to Lil Pakistan, and I'm running around the complex. I'm hanging out with his people, his producers, his camera people. You know, really like spending time and you know, getting a vibe for how everyone is, and you know, really just felt welcome. And you know, it's a funny thing because sometimes the artist will just do the video and that'll be it. But you know, I felt like I was I was included so much that it kind of became a part of what I was doing. And when we got to doing the videos, we ran through the whole album. He brought me out on stage with him when we got to South Carolina. And, you know, he was ready to take me on tour with him, like, all the way through. So I got back, and I was like, man, let's turn this on. So I turned this album all the way up this past week. So I've really been listening to him, and, you know, I've been connected with him. He just called me last night. We've been keeping in touch.
That's dope.
That is what's going on with him. But, yeah, it'll really be, like, who I've been linking with. So, for example, I'm about to go to New York. I'm about to go hit the East Coast run. Yeah. And I haven't really listened to any New York rap. I haven't really been listening to anything East Coast related. Okay. But I guarantee you, once I get out there, I start linking with artists. Really, whoever I identify with the most out of the group, I'll probably start listening to their music. Like, I'll link with big artists and not even know anything about their music ahead of time. But then after I spend that time, I start listening to, you know, what's going on because I feel like I'm such a part of what
that's cool.
What the upbringing is. So
that's cool. Once you get into the culture, then you finally get into it. That's dope. Who is 2 questions for you real quick. So who is your favorite so far that you've done, and who are you trying to get to? What artists are you looking forward to doing one with?
Oh man, it really this question really depends on when you ask me. I just did one with the artist named Jimmy the Rocket out of Atlanta, and that boy's cadence, the way he raps is like, honestly, when I posted the post, everybody was like, he sounds like Twista. Like his cadence and flow is crazy. And it's Atlanta, so you're expecting like kind of like a little like lazier, kind of swagged out flow that was from Atlanta. But this kid was going crazy, so crazy to the point Waka Flocka actually picked up the post. He put it on his Instagram, so if you want to check him out, you can go on Waka Flocka's page and check this artist out. His name's Jimmy the Rocket or Jimmy Rocket. But yeah, he's crazy. On the other end, I linked with this artist named Young Bankz, and he kind of got that lazy flow. He's been going crazy, like doing viral numbers.
Yes, he has one of my favorite songs right now called Lonely. Yes.
Yep, exactly. So we had done that one. I just ain't dropped a video on that. But yeah, Young Bankz is a cool cat. And what's funny is I hadn't even listened to any of his music before I linked with him.
Really?
So he's another one that, because he was like, which song you want to do? I'm like, really, any one. You don't have a preference? I'm like, I didn't want to be like, bro, I never listened to music. I'm like, no, bro, it's on you. And he's like, okay, let's do Lonely. I'm like, okay, yeah, just play it real quick so I can hear it. He looked at me like, what? Yeah. I had to tell him the next time, like, hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest, like I hadn't heard music. He's like, what? That's crazy. I'm like, but after I left, because then after I left, I started listening to it, and I was texting it to him like, bro, this one's crazy.
Yes.
And he's responding to me like, duh. I'm like, bro, I'm going to be honest, this is my first time hearing it. I'm actually a fan of what you do. He's like, oh, dope, we got to go crazy on the next one. I'm like, yeah, let's get a rental. Let's go all the way in.
Do it big.
He's on house arrest right now, so we had to sauce it up for the next one. But that's up on his page right now, Young Bankz.
Okay, I got to check that one out because that is literally my favorite song right now, Ernie. Einer, for real.
Okay, lit.
Yes. Einer, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. It's been a great interview, man. You doing, like I say, a dope thing for the culture. Anybody that has not checked it out yet is Einer Bankz. Man, it's dope. Einer, what is the goal? What's the goal with this?
Man, the goal is to create a platform that's big enough to really be nationwide and super well known. This year I'm crossing over from Instagram to YouTube and trying to beef up the channel. What I'm really turning it into is something that's going to be more of an interview, and in addition, what I'm doing, so these videos that'll pop up on YouTube, once the YouTube gets cracking enough and the platform's big enough to start doing that, it's going to be me interviewing the artists and then finishing off with a video and, just providing a lot more light on music and on different artists around different areas. And on top of that, playing strings behind tracks. I got a lot of tracks that I've just been recording strings on, so I hope to be a part of some platinum records coming up.
It's coming. It's coming. Keep doing your thing, Einer, for real, man. It's coming, brother.
But yeah, if you want to find me on social media anywhere, it's EINERBANKZ. That's EINERBANKZ.
Check him out, everybody. Einer Bankz. Einer, I'm going to let you know now. It's a lot of talent in Arkansas, brother. It's a lot of talent here, man, that I know.
I'm going to have to check in with you. About it because I ain't even heard of one artist out there.
Bro.
Not yet.
You would love it here, and it's a lot of artists that are so hungry, man. They want to get out there, and it will mean the world. So whenever you traveling, man, don't skip over Arkansas, brother.
I know who to tap in with, too.
You already know. Einer, we appreciate you, man. We're going to wrap this thing up. Everybody go check my man out. This is Einer Bankz. Stick around next hour. You know we jamming next hour. This is KISS 105.3 and 1340.